Welcome again to the New Times. I am Jade Natasha Iriza. We finally managed to catch the busy guy for his first interview in Rwanda, despite having been here a number of times before. Welcome, Wode Maya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Would you start by introducing yourself to our audience?
My name is Kobina Akun, popularly known as Wode Maya. Born and raised in Ghana. I normally tell people that I'm the village boy from Ghana because I was born in a village. Currently sit on over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and yeah, I think that's all about me for now.
Yeah, and I am not sure if it's all about you, but well, let's start from Wodemaya.
Yeah.
What does it mean, and how did you come up with the name?
Wodemaya simply means my mom. I'm an engineer by profession. When I started my YouTube career, my dad didn't buy the idea of an engineer being a YouTuber. And my mom was always behind the scene telling me that, hey, I've been doing your thing on a low key, I'm going to take care of your dad for you. So based on that, when my YouTube channel started blowing up, I felt like I need to give credit to my mom. So my YouTube channel used to be called Mr. Ghana Baby. That is what my Instagram handle is, still Ghana Baby. So I changed that to Wodemaya just to celebrate my mom. So Wodemaya, simply in short, is a Chinese dialect which means my mom.
And she's still alive?
My mom is still alive, yeah.
And how is she proud of you?
I mean, I think my mom is super proud of me. And on my YouTube channel, every milestone, let's say if we hit 500,000 subscribers or any milestone, we celebrate my mom in terms of buying her gifts. I think the major one that we did, that was in 2019, was buying her a car.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So tell us, can you take us through a little bit in your YouTuber journey?
Okay.
How you started, what were you doing when you started, and how would you say it's changed up to now?
When I started, there was no intentions of becoming a YouTuber. I just created a YouTube platform, a YouTube channel, just to comment on people's video, right? And I was based in China, exposed to 24/7 internet. So I was literally watching everybody's video. Right, and at the end of the day, we need to comment on the video, but you don't have a Gmail account, a YouTube account, so you can't comment on it. So there was this day I was sleeping, and a friend of mine came to me and said, hey, let's go out and make a YouTube video. I'm like, what do you mean? I always comment on people's video. I have no intentions of creating a YouTube video, but we're all bored on campus that time. After vacation, we don't have money, so those of us with no money, we have to stay in school. So we went out, made a YouTube video, and yeah, at the end of the day, they gave me the video. And I didn't have a pen drive. So the guy came with the video in his pen drive, and I had to save the video. Where do I save it? I don't know. So I posted it on YouTube just to save the video on YouTube. Then when I saved the video on YouTube, I started watching it myself, right? And then I was like, oh wow, that's me on TV. So I started sharing the videos to my friends, and then they were like, oh, that's funny, ha ha ha. And because of that, I decided to just let me continue doing the videos, but at the end of the day, no one was watching. So, and I was not that guy who had money and stuff like that, so always we have to get people who have cameras to help us shoot our videos, to the extent that when I really wanted to do YouTube videos, I didn't have anybody to help me film. So what I do is, like, I bought a microphone, and anyone with a camera, when you get close to me, I'm like, hey, I have a microphone. Can I use my microphone to insert in your camera so that I can shoot a YouTube video? And along the journey, the channel started picking up slowly. And what really changed my YouTube career was when my dad gave me an idea. Like I said, my dad was not happy about the fact that I wanted to become a YouTuber. So I spoke to my dad after 2 weeks of not talking to me. And my dad was like, you know what, you can still do YouTube videos, but do a YouTube video that is educative, do a YouTube video that brings value, do a YouTube video that changes people's mindset about Africa. When my dad told me that, he's my dad, I picked that advice and I did my first ever YouTube video, and it changed my whole life. People started embracing that video, the video started going viral and on the internet, and that's when I felt like, you know what, it's time to preach positivity about Africa. And that was in 2017, and I lost my dad in the same 2017. And yeah, long story short, 2017, before my dad passed on, I had like 10,000 subscribers, and now we sit on 1 million subscribers, just following the advice of my dad. So I used to do these same videos in China, and I saw a lot of Chinese people saying that, a lot of Africans saying that they are coming to China because of my YouTube videos. They want to study in China because of my YouTube videos. They want to like come to China to do business because of my YouTube videos. And I felt like I'm not from China. I need to go back to Africa to create such videos. And that's when I moved from China to Africa in 2018. I started my first trip in Ethiopia. And when I came to Rwanda, which is my second country, changed my whole life. I don't know, most Rwandans in here definitely knew me from the video of a young guy sitting in a gutter, eating and saying that this is the craziest thing I've ever done because this is the cleanest city in Africa. And that alone changed my whole life. And I want to tell you something. When I came here, the money that I bought ticket from Ethiopia to Rwanda to Tanzania, all the 5 African countries that I bought, it was on a loan. So when I came to Rwanda, when my video went viral from Rwanda, I was able to make that money to pay the loan. So that's why I always say Rwanda means a lot to me, and I'll always be coming back any day, anytime. I don't think I can even count the number of times that I've been in Rwanda. And I believe that Rwandans love me just for who I am. That's it.
Yeah. And so you started from 2013.
2013, yeah.
And you started the idea of changing the narrative about
in
Africa in 2017.
Yep.
And how would you say it has been so far? Do you think you've changed the narrative yet?
I wouldn't say I've changed the narrative, but I believe that we've done something. You know, yesterday I was in a club in Rwanda where I met a young guy who is not from Rwanda, but moved to Rwanda because of a video he watched from me. I was in Rwanda. I don't know if you know Ika Cafe in Rwanda. The people that own Ika Cafe, they came to Rwanda to establish that cafe because of a video they watched from me. I'm not even going beyond Rwanda. I know people from Rwanda, America, they came to Rwanda, bought a house in Rwanda, living in Rwanda right now because of a video that I did. If you go to Onomo Hotel, the chef of Onomo Hotel is from Zimbabwe, and he came to this country to work in Onomo Hotel because of my YouTube video. So I don't want to say that we've changed the narrative, but I believe that we've started a movement. I mean, I see so many young Africans traveling within Africa saying that they were inspired by the YouTube video that I did. I see couples, I mean, going for honeymoons in some of the countries that we went to just because of a YouTube video that we did. So I believe that we're getting there. And it's not just me. I think I've inspired a whole generation. Right now, go to YouTube, go and type YouTubers changing the narrative about Africa. You see a lot of them. And these are people that I think when I started the whole journey, I was able to inspire because I told them that I cannot do this alone. We need to come together collectively to put Africa on the map.
Yes, and so someone would ask, what is the narrative you're trying to change? And how does it look, the Africa where the narrative has changed? Like when will you tell that, hey, we've changed it, we've made it?
Africa has suffered. And I believe that Africa has even suffered in the hands of Africans. The Africa that we know is always associated with poverty, disease, war-torn areas, to the extent that Africans themselves even don't want to go to another African country. If you mention the name Rwanda, out there, so many people, the thing that comes into their mind was genocide. So I believe that Africans becoming ambassadors for their own continent attract investment, tourism to the country, right? So basically, what we're trying to do is to play our part in changing that narrative. I mean, Africa is beautiful. Africa is so diverse. I mean, I'm not saying that Africa is perfect. Everywhere I go to, I won't lie to you that Africa is perfect. We've got our own problems, but the problems are everywhere. Where in the world that there are no problems? And I always keep on telling Africans that wherever there are challenges, there are opportunities, right? So it's time for Africans to look beyond the negative narrative about Africa and see Africa in a positive way. I think I interviewed a young man this morning who is actually changing 5,000 farmers' lives just by empowering them. That's a positive story. And imagine if you tell such positive story, it will inspire people from different African countries to also start the same thing. So I believe that it's our responsibility to put Africa on the map in a positive way. And Africans should stop giving the world negative stories about us. See, I've lived in China, and I will tell you that China is not perfect. but you will never see a single Chinese person coming out to come and speak so badly about China. In China, you can talk about it, but out of China, no one talks about that. So this is what I'm telling Africans. If we have problems in Africa, let's Africans solve Africa's problem within Africa, not outside Africa.
And how many countries have you been?
So far, I've been to 25 countries in Africa.
25 countries?
Yeah.
You still have a long way to go?
Still have a long way to go. It's tough. The journey got a lot of troubles. I don't know if you know that.
Yes.
Africans get arrested, deported, and yeah, we go through a lot.
Yeah,
so,
you even said one time you told us the story of how you got arrested.
Yep, I've been arrested so many times to the extent that when I travel and I don't get arrested, I don't feel happy.
And the problem is visa.
Exactly.
Tell me how much you're very frustrated at the idea that we need a visa to travel in the African countries. I heard you speak about it before.
I think, first of all, I want to commend Rwanda and Ethiopia for giving all Africans visa on arrival. Anytime you are coming to Rwanda, if you're an African with an African passport, as soon as you get here, visa on arrival. If you go to Ethiopia, if you're an African going to Ethiopia, it's visa on arrival for all Africans, right? But listen, it's sad to see an African going to another African country and we have to pay a visa fee of $250. Like the last time I went to Congo, I think I spent over $400 to $500 just on visa, right? And I feel like it doesn't make sense, right? We should allow Africans to travel within Africa, invest in Africa, and feel free to move around within Africa. So I think the visa issues, if I get a chance to change one thing in Africa, I will make Africa a borderless Africa so that we can all be able to move from one place to another, because it's sad. Yeah. Knowing that you have to pay visas to go everywhere.
And do you have like a team? Or
yeah, I don't travel alone. I travel with 2 people. So together we're 3. And all the time we have to make sure you pay for each and everyone's visa, each and everyone's tickets. And Africans don't even like supporting Africans. It's just sad. You know, I think I saw a quote somewhere saying that whenever I want to fight with whenever I want to fight for Africans, I need to use one hand, because the other hand, I'm using it to prevent Africans from fighting me.
Yes. Well, except from taking you taking the initiative to change the narrative, is there something else you are involved in or you work to?
I believe in charity. I believe in giving back to the society. I think I declared this year on my YouTube channel as the year of charity, where we raise funds. I think there's a school that they are building in Ghana. We raise money for it. There is a park in Ghana that somebody transformed their refuse dump into a park. We raise money for it. I think we also raise money to build a house for somebody in South Africa. We also raise money to build a school for children with disability. So basically, apart from being on YouTube, I'm more into charity, because I told myself that when my YouTube channel hits 1 million subscribers, I'm going to dedicate my YouTube channel for charity. So this year on my YouTube channel is called the Year of Charity, and what we're doing is to giving back to the society. Okay.
So it's interesting. How did you get from 1 subscriber to over the 1 million subscribers?
Hard work.
Hard work?
Dedication.
What does it mean?
I don't think I had it easy. It was strictly hard work. I don't know how to explain to you that I'm sitting in front of you but I'm sleepy, right? It's just hard work. In the morning we have to go out and shoot. In the afternoon when we come back we need to sit down and edit. In the evening the video needs to be on the internet, because nothing good comes out easy. You have to work for it. And I will also say, when you're working hard, you need to stay consistent. It's very important. You cannot be doing a YouTube video today, the next video is in 1 month's time. No, right? So I found out that people actually love to watch my videos. You know what I used to do before? I do every day. I put YouTube video every day. And when you put YouTube videos every day, it boosts the views of the video. When the views boost up, which means subscribers will boost up, and that was the secret. I don't think I had magic or anything. It was just strictly hard work, and believe me, when God is involved, things goes well.
Okay, so you're a believer as well.
I think I'm a pastor too, you know. In East Africa, they call me Pastor Tetema.
And which church? Like
I go to the Apostolic Church of Ghana, but I was born in a Christian home. My father was a pastor, so I believe in God. I know that God exists, and I don't know what to do.
And you see Him every day?
Every day, every time in your life.
Okay. So would you know what's your most watched video?
That was the video that I think, that was my first video.
Your first video?
I'll tell you something. So my most watched video, the camera that was used to film was a gift. An Ethiopian bought me my first ever camera. He said he believes in me and he bought me my first ever camera. And the first ever camera that I used, that got me my first ever viral video. And the first viral video, I think right now it's sitting on 4.2 million views. I don't know, maybe if it has increased, but I know it's 4.2, 4.3 million.
And do you know why, maybe?
I think the title, I think it was even more like a skit, because like I said, those days I used to be a comedian, by the way. So I used to do skits and stuff like that. And people seeing that, oh, is that how Chinese people react when they see black people? I think the topic was kind of interesting, so people wanted to see what's going on, and they clicked on the video and then it got viral.
So now, I mean, we are celebrating milestones.
Yep.
But you said you didn't get it easy.
Yeah.
What would you say have been like the major challenges, and how did you overcome them?
Finances.
Finances.
We travel in Africa without support. We travel with our own money. And then even if people want to sponsor you, they try to tell you what to do. But I'm not that guy. I don't want you to tell me what to do. I want to do things in my own way. I always call myself, I'm your one and only annoying village boy from Ghana. I want to be me, you know. I think I was working with MasterCard Foundation today, and I took off my shoes just to shoot a video in a farm. They were all shocked, dude, why did you remove your shoes? I'm like, that is me. And I think when I started the video, they were kind of impressed. So I always want to be me, and that alone, it's causing me a lot of financial problems, because I have to fund my own trip, because so many people want you to dress a particular way whenever you want to work with them.
What is the biggest check you've ever received on YouTube?
Wow,
so far?
That's a tough question, eh? The biggest check was, let's say, $45,000.
$45,000?
Yeah, in a month.
And
biggest check.
It went to the charity work, or you went to enjoyment?
I don't enjoy my life. I'm an investor myself. I invest into properties and stuff. So I own properties in Ghana. So what I do is, like, whatever money that I make, I don't have a watch, you don't see. I don't wear a chain. I wear slippers all the time. You want to see it?
Okay.
So I invest my money into something meaningful. And when you come to Ghana, you see that you see the fruit of what I've done. But I don't show off, so people don't know. People might think that this is a poor YouTuber. Yeah, I want to be called that way. But I believe that I want to build something for the future. And I want to build something that lasts. YouTube channel can go off any day, any time. What are you investing your money into? So I invested my money into something else. Yep.
I have a very big burning question, but I want to keep it for the last. So before we end, you as a young person back then, you chose to put your energy, your talent, and all those struggles into changing the narrative of Africa. What would be your message to young Africans for them to also contribute to the continent in one way or another?
Africa is not perfect. Africa got its own problem, but Africa belongs to Africans, and Africa's future belongs to the youth of Africa. So it's about time for us to cherish Africa more like the way we cherish our women or cherish our loved ones, and identify a particular problem and come up with an innovative idea to solve it. You shouldn't wait for a government to come and solve it. You shouldn't wait for a government to create jobs for you, because government don't create jobs. You as an individual should take it upon yourself to create something. So I am telling young Africans that let's be serious with our lives. Let's be serious with the continent. Let's start investing in the continent. Let's cherish Africa. You know, most of us, we are in Africa, but we're thinking that we need to step out. I was one of those people. But hey, all the opportunities are here, and don't be left out. Yep.
Okay, so here's my burning question, right? So you say Rwanda is your favorite country, your favorite African country.
Not one of my favorite African countries. It used to be my favorite countries but I think Namibia took it from
Okay,
Rwanda.
what about Namibia now?
I love the sea, you know. Rwanda don't have the sea.
So now we're gonna be discriminated because we don't have the sea. Okay.
But it's still, I still love Rwanda. It's still my favorite country in Africa. But like I said, if Rwanda had sea in here, it would have been my #1 country.
Okay, my question is still valid. Yeah. Then why did you cheat on us and got married to a Kenyan girl instead of a Rwandan girl? And please tell us how you met her. I mean, annoying village boy from Ghana.
If I never met a Kenyan woman, I'd have married from Rwanda.
Tell me about it. How did she take it? Because now we know Namibia.
Because I met her in Ethiopia, and then I left her in Ethiopia and I came to Rwanda, which was my second country. So when I came to Rwanda, I've already met her, and I'm so loyal. I'm a very loyal guy. And the fact, I think I still have Rwandese, like, because when I met her, I was not dating her, right? So even when I came to Rwanda, I still had, like, you know, some few Rwanda. You get what I mean?
But still.
Yeah, but I'm so sorry. I still love Rwanda. I still love Rwandese women, but it's rather unfortunate that I had to settle in Kenya. But I'll move here in future, by the way. I don't know. I remember yesterday I received a call from a Rwandese woman. It's like, oh, congratulations. I know it's not from her heart, but I had to accept that like that.
Right, we're like, so now how come Kenya?
If I didn't meet her in Kenya, I'd have married from Rwanda.
So it's more of her as a person than...
Her as a person, I think she grounded me. She changed my life in a way that I see things. I used to be like very wild guy, man. Anything that I see, I want to touch. But she made me put these hands in my pocket. And I think it really helped my brand, you know, in a way that I was so focused on achieving set goals without looking anywhere else. So that alone, I think we've been together since I started my project. That's like 3 years ago. And I felt like, you know what, it's time to make it official. And that's why I decided to marry her once and for all.
All right. So 3 things that people who watch Wode Maya don't necessarily know, but are sure about you.
Wode Maya is an introvert.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, Wode Maya is an introvert, but out there they think I'm an extrovert. Wode Maya actually love women over food, but on my channel they think I love food over women. But in real life, I love to hang around with women. I see so many food, but I can never like, I just want food around me, but you won't see me eating it.
Did you just compare women and food?
Yes, because on my channel, anyone who knows me knows that I always say food over women. It's a slogan on my channel. I always choose food over women. So on the internet, they think that Wodemaya loves food more than women. But in real life,
you love women.
I love women over food. I love to see food around me, but I don't like touching it. But women, I adore them, man. Yeah. Lastly, I love God, you know. And I think people don't see it that way. They think this guy is just one of those people, but I love God so much because everything that I do, I start with God and I end with God. That's it.
I mean, what else to say then after saying God, right? So thank you very much for giving us your time and for gracing us with your thoughts. And I'm pretty sure we learned a thing or two.
Yep.
And we are still learning from you because you're not stopping anytime soon, are you?
Yep. I know I'm not, definitely not stopping anytime soon.
All right.
We have goals to achieve and we'll definitely work hard to get there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jade, for hosting me. Appreciate you.